I am Hunter. Um, so we're gonna try this again. Apparently we just did the first video with no audio. Very sorry about
that. Worked out real
well. We were probably about 5 minutes into that video, maybe even further. Just to verify, our guns are safety checked.
There's no bullet
There's
in
no
there.
bullets. And we will run it no magazines for this video because we are so close together.
You can see through there. There's nothing in there. The clips are empty.
We're gonna run no magazines because we're so close together. Pull your magazine out. And usually when if I'm going this way, he's going that way. Okay, just to verify.
So nobody's in danger. Nobody's threatened.
We'll let him go first. This is all opinionated. This is not sponsored.
Yeah, we're not being paid by nobody. Nobody's paying us to do this or talk about it. This is just all us, all our opinion, and based off of guns that we've had before and guns that we have now. We're just talking about like what we like about them and what we think about them. Other people may think differently. That's everyone's opinion. But before I used to have a High Point. That was like my first handgun that I started out with. Then I got a Steyr M9A1, and I liked that gun for a while, but the availability of ammo or clips and accessories for it were real kind of slim. I couldn't go to Fleet Farm and find extra magazines for it. I couldn't find any extra sights for it, anything nice that I wanted to do, because with this handgun I want to run night sights on it. If possible, I think I may be able to pop a red dot on here, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm just gonna stick with night sights and just go with that and everything. But my Steyr was nice for the fact that it had unique sights on it. They had a trapezoid sights on it, so it was kind of like a diamond, kind of like an elongated diamond kind of sight. And that gun was fairly accurate. That gun was pretty accurate, and it didn't have much kick. But that was a 9mm, and I've moved up to a 40 caliber now. And with the M&P here, the 2.0, it does got a fair little bit of kick. I can shoot it one-handed, no problem. I can shoot, when I have both hands on it, my shots are dead center. Where I'm aiming, that's where it's going. So that I like about it and everything. You'll notice that I have this little thing on here on the bottom. I'm sacrificing my light mount for Omnivore holster that I'm using by Blackhawk, and it's a nice holster and everything. It's universal. So any gun that you can mount this attachment to, slides right into the holster and locks in place and everything. And there's a thumb press here, a thumb release, and the handgun doesn't release unless you press down on that thumb press and everything. And for the most part, in my opinion, I really do like this over like my Steyr, and definitely I like this over a High Point. High Points are just really cheap, garbage handguns. If you're gonna get a handgun, save up a couple $100 and just buy yourself a nice handgun. I mean, you can get a decent handgun for $250, $300. I mean, but if you just want a cheap, quick little handgun for $100, yeah, get a High Point. I mean, I would strongly suggest against it, in my opinion. We've shot off quite a few different guns and rifles and whatnot. We've had I had an AK. He's had what was it, M14?
I had an AR.
An AR.
An AR, and I had a Canic 9mm, TP 9mm. I had I've had a couple 22s. I have a 30-30 lever action. That's at my mom's.
Do guns proliferate you? What? I just like guns. Guns are nice to protect your house and protect your belongings with, so that's why I like guns. If you're gonna try and steal something from me or break into my house, I can guarantee you I'm gonna deter you from entering my residence.
Now, if you want to be a man, get a Glock 19.
Now, this gun is kind of nice because it does come in a couple clip options, and I have two 15-round clips, and then I also do have one 30-round extended magazine, and it's a very bulky, big magazine that goes in the gun. It makes it very awkward. So when it's in your holster, you got all this sticking out on the side of you, and yeah, I mean, it's intimidating and whatnot, but it's not something you want to walk around with every day. I mean, you could literally beat somebody with this thing. It does add a significant amount of weight when it's on your hip and it's in your holster. It does like kind of pull your pants down, so that's kind of a downside to it. I would kind of stick more to leaving this in your safe, just in case of a home intruder. This might be something you want to pull out. Probably scare somebody away, scare somebody out of your house. That's definitely going to work. I can guarantee you if you had this in your gun and you came out at me, I'd probably be leaving. Wouldn't be sticking around very much longer. But, yeah, I did take this to the range today, and I did shoot out of here. And when I shot out of it, I shot kind of slow for the first couple of rounds, and then as I went 5, 10, kind of sped it up, 15, 20, and then I was going real fast for that last 10, as quick as I could pull my trigger, that's how fast I was trying to get those last 10 out to see if there would be any jamming issues, if I would have rounds, being unable to, eject quick enough while another one comes in, because it is a very large clip and it does have a lot of rounds, so that was something that, I was gonna, kind of concerned about with this clip. But with this gun, it shot it out no problem. It sent all 30 rounds down range, no problem whatsoever. So I mean, for that part, that was actually kind of surprising. That was nice, And then I did my other two 15-round clips, and those obviously those were no problem. They shot perfectly, I was shooting aluminum casing rounds. They were cheap, I could shoot them at the range, so they were cheap. So I bought, a box of 100 of them,
yeah,
for like $20. So that wasn't bad. We both shoot kind of the same. He shoots, tight, nice grouping. I got pretty nice fair grouping. The guns do, matter, what kind of gun you're shooting with, that is a different,
yeah. Train with it.
As long as you train, as long as you practice, you can shoot good with any gun. As long as you practice with it, and you practice shooting, and you know what you're doing, and you know the fundamentals of, how a gun works, and how it's going to react, and how bullets travel and everything, you can get good with any gun. You can have very nice, shot grouping with any type of gun. And, yeah, but for overall, it's got really nice stippling grip on here. It's got kind of a sandpaper texture to it. So that is something you got to get used to on your hand. It does kind of hurt a little bit, But once you get used to it, it's not bad at all. It is actually nice. If your hand gets sweaty, you're in an altercation, you get nervous, your hands get sweaty, you don't want to grab your gun and it slips out of your hand. That's going to be bad. So it is nice to have that, that real nice sandpaper kind of texture to it. So, that kind of works out nice. I don't know why it took so long to... No, I just wasn't paying attention to your, I wasn't paying attention to your,
I don't pay attention to stuff like
comment. don't really pay attention to the comment section over there. I just do my own thing, you know. I look over occasionally, and when I see something, I respond. And no, I didn't take so long because he called me black. I'm not black, so it don't bother me none. But then you got your handgun, the Glock.
It's pretty standard. Yeah. So everything's pretty smooth on a Glock. Like literally, his looks more. For some reason, his looks more sophisticated, I guess.
There's only like a 3-ounce difference between his handgun and mine. The weight, you know, with them both unloaded.
They're literally almost the same size.
And yeah, they are pretty much basically damn near the same size. The only difference is
his has got a little bit bigger. Hold on, let me back this up. The grip is a tiny bit bigger.
Yeah, just like by like, you know, what is that, like quarter inch,
barrel's
half inch?
Not even. Yeah, his barrel is not even that much bigger. Well, back to back, yeah, his barrel is actually like a centimeter bigger, but you can tell his is a bulkier gun. Back to back. With his, it's a little more sophisticated pulling apart. With mine,
yeah, it is kind of tricky disassembling my gun.
So
it has to be engaged, and then it can.
Yeah. Mine has to be pulled. The trigger has to be pulled.
I have to pull my trigger to get the slide to disengage and pull off.
Yeah, we're good with you.
Yeah, Eddie, you're straight, boy. But yeah, this is, you know,
it all takes practice.
The handgun disassembled. That's the insides right there. The guns are all unloaded.
Yeah, safety checked. They're all clean. We just got back from their.
Actually, neither gun jammed. Neither gun jammed.
MMP and Glock have very reliable brands. So
yeah, the Smith and Wesson MMP, you know, like I said, you know, I put a 30-round clip into this, and I shot, you know, real fast with this, trying to make it jam on purpose, and it didn't even jam. It never got stuck. No shells were stuck in between, nothing. It shot and fed the rounds out smooth as butter. So, I mean, that actually surprised me. I really thought that I would jam the gun shooting this, and this was one of my concerns, was having this is my gun going to jam when I shoot this? Because I don't want, you know, say 5-6 guys roll up in my house trying to rob my house or something. I don't want to have to put this in, and then my gun gets stuck, you know, shooting at 2 of the guys. And then there's, you know, 3 or 4 left, you know. I don't want to have to sit there and deal with, you know, pulling out, you know, my gun and taking it apart and putting it back together just to shoot it.
I wish. I want to so bad.
Yeah, no, I've never shot a 50 caliber pistol or anything like that.
50 AE? That'd
be a hell of a rush. I would love to.
So, but there's a big kick difference. This has got a little more pop.
Yeah.
Oh, what I was saying
it's just a little more gunpowder in it, so you know when you shoot, it's got a little bit of a kickback to it versus the 9mm here. The 9mm is, you know, real smooth.
Yeah, no, I've never shot one. I want to really bad though. It would be fun.
No, I've never shot a 50 caliber anything. I'm sure it would. I'm sure it would hurt.
This is the.
I've seen YouTube videos of people shooting them incorrectly and smacking themselves right in the face with them and break their nose.
Smith & Wesson MMP 2.0 40 caliber. Very nice, very, very nice. This is my first time ever shooting this handgun, actually. I've shot a Shield, but not a 40 caliber 2.0. I will say that this is a very nice handgun. The factory,
it has
the factory
tactile
gripping
and audible trigger reset, accurate 1 in 10 inch twist, M&P. 2.0 barrel, extended rigid embedding stainless steel chassis to reduce flex and torque when firing. Durable corrosion resistant furnish. Oh yeah, that's every gun. Yeah, the overall weight, I think, of the handgun. Oh, barrel length is 4.25 inches.
Today I first.
The overall length is 7.4, and I think the Glock 19 is 7.3 overall length. The sights are just white dot sights, standard white dot sights. It is a striker fire. It doesn't have the hammer on it, The overall weight is 25.9 ounces.
Striker fire. Baby.
That's the basic. That's the average weight of it. The purpose of this gun is personal protection or home protection. That's the point of that gun.
I love the factory stippling.
And then the
I'm
Glock.
gonna be stippling mine as well.
The Glock is 7.28 inches in length and weighs 23.65 ounces.
But I have nothing bad to say about this handgun, other than the lock is pretty stiff, but it's not. It hasn't been shot very much.
Yeah, the gun's only like 2 months old, so
the disassembly of this gun is actually pretty hard, in my opinion. Just because I'm not a big, I don't know, MMP guy. It's just a little more difficult to me. Guess it all takes practice.
Your Glock 19 has a cold hammer forged barrel and utilizes a matte black nitrate finish.
So with the 19, I love the compactability of it.
Your gun has a 5.5 pound trigger pull weight. It is a very user-friendly weapon.
Very.
We have found it to be accurate and, most importantly, it is built to never fail you.
That is true. That is true. The first thing I did when I got to the range is I fired 2 rounds and emptied the rest of the mag. That's very off topic. Off topic. Like, what? Whoa, wait, whoa, what? Not off topic.
Oh, that's kind of badass. You're just
That is
taking a
cool.
shower and you just fucking pull your gun
That is
out of the
cool.
shower and...
I mean, but imagine getting out of the shower for an intruder naked.
Ah, get over here! I'm sure that would scare the fuck out of an intruder, a naked man all
I don't know if
soaked
it's your
up.
dong or your gun that's scaring them.
All soaked up and lathered
Lathered
up. Come running out like motherfucker.
Lord almighty.
Oh, God.
Anyway. Like he said, the Glock is very light, even with a full mag.
The difference, another difference is your stippling.
I don't have stippling yet. Mine's just factory grip on it.
He doesn't have that, sandpaper. This feels like sandpaper on you. When you hold this, it ain't going nowhere. It's staying in your hand. It stays in your hand where it is. It's firm in there.
No.
We do not gang bang. We're not a part of no gang shit. No.
We're law-abiding citizens.
We are law-abiding citizens that protect our house, and that's about it.
Wait.
Yeah, no. I mean,
I don't know if you meant that way or the other way, but yeah, either way, no.
You can see my hat, has a blue stripe, so like I do support law enforcement and everything.
I don't know which way he meant. I don't know if he's trying to be gay or what. Which I don't have a problem with, but
yeah, I don't know.
In a personal content, like.
Oh, another thing that I don't like about my gun that I do like about his gun is that...
Oh, yeah. No, not white supremacists. No.
Good God.
We are not racist.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know which way he meant, but we got both ways covered.
Yeah, Eddie. When your hands are sweaty,
You still have good grip.
with the
very good grip.
M&P here, the Smith and Wesson.
You
have very good
let me
grip.
cut you off
You
real
know,
quick.
you have very good grip with it.
Let me cut you off real quick.
Yeah.
You can get any handgun stippled. It's gonna cost you a bit of money to get it stippled, but you can get any gun stippled. Don't answer that question. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Off topic.
I don't know. Yeah, you can. I think any Smith and Wesson. What is it? Any Smith and Wesson? What is it? 2.0s?
Yeah, I think
because that one guy
was
had
stippled too, but I don't know if that was custom.
He had a 9mm, he had
guy.
the 40 cal, and he had the 45, and all three had the same grip setup.
That's funny. That's a good one. That is true, though.
But yeah, overall, it is a nice gun. I am gonna in the future get a different holster. I don't like the holster that I have now because I have to sacrifice my light mount here, and I do want to get a light mount on it. So in case an intruder comes at night, I don't want to have to sit there and come out, like this, with a flashlight and, be like that. I'd rather have a flashlight on my gun so that when I'm aiming, I see, what I'm aiming at and who I'm aiming at. And that way the person that I'm aiming at, I can identify and say, listen, I am armed, I am aiming at you, you have 3 seconds to leave the property or I will fire. That's about all you get, You don't start moving after that, or you have charged me, like if you rush me, I'm going to shoot you. So, yeah, we go to the range often, we practice with our guns, we're safe with our weapons, and we don't do foolish things with them. We don't act stupidly.
Yeah.
We don't, we're responsible, law-abiding citizens that, we look out for our neighborhood and our house and, our property. And
we do talk to police to keep up on local laws and, like recent laws that pass in our town, stuff like that, but, none of that, guys. Come on. In Battlefield 4. We're not in Battlefield 4 though. Anyway, basically they're both standard handguns. You can find them anywhere.
Yeah, I mean the base price of this handgun goes for about $600
after tax.
That's after taxes. I mean, it's like $620 something and some change. I mean, but it's about $600, for this handgun here. This one I think is about the same actually.
The Gen 5s are a lot more expensive. I do like Gen 4s though. I will give it.
Yeah, this one goes for about $499, so about $5 something after tax and everything, and that's actually not bad. I mean, this is just what, the last year's model, or is this year's model?
This is last year's model.
Last year's model. Gen 5, Generation 5 is this year's version. This right here is the newest version they came out with this year. This is only, 2 months? 3 months old? This is what Smith & Wesson is producing right now, this year. So this is what, is currently being produced right now, I believe. But, overall, it's a very nice handgun.
They're both very nice handguns.
I'm not upset with it. Yeah, it just depends on what caliber you like. We've shot 380s, we've shot 22s, we've shot big rifles, 7.62 by 3.9 rounds. We've shot 5.56 rounds.
Yeah, probably not. How would you not talk like that on here?
Yeah, I mean, It'd be cool if you're not gonna be an asshole and be stupid and shit. I mean,
awesome.
That'd be cool.
Comments like that are stupid.
Yeah, shit like that's foolish and childish and shit.
Man, people are ignorant.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But overall, if you're looking for a nice, decent, reliable handgun, definitely Glock 19 is a real good, affordable thing to take.
Save up.
Definitely save up. Don't go and buy no $100 high point, 45 or 9mm. And if you do get a handgun, be responsible. Don't wave it around like an idiot when it's loaded and shoot one of your friends or your family members.
You too ready?
Be responsible and be respectful with your weapons and everything. And make sure you know your laws in your state.
They are empty.
Make sure that you know.
Reason we are.
Make sure you know, what your laws are in your city and in your state and everything. Make sure you can carry a firearm at whatever age you are. Make sure you don't need a carrying concealed permit or anything like that. My state allows us to open carry, so as long as it's openly visible and you can see it, I can carry it.
You don't need a permit.
You don't need a permit. You don't need
to register your weapons.
You don't need to register your weapons. The only time you need a permit is if you're going to have your gun covered by your shirt or a sweatshirt or a jacket so that, nobody could see you.
So my gun's there. Pretend. It would be over. Concealed.
You wouldn't be able to see his handgun right there. So that would be concealed, and you need a permit to do that in our state. You definitely don't want to run into the cops and they see a gun on you and you end up getting shot.
Out of here with that, dude.
So that's probably not a good thing to do. So, but one thing I don't like about my handgun that I do like about his is my little rod, this little rod right here. Well, his handgun can install a laser sight right here, so he can add the added bonus of an inner laser sight and attach a flashlight to this at the same time. So when he goes to cock his gun back, it engages the laser sight, and then that laser sight is beamed onto whoever you're facing, and you also have the added bonus of your flashlight.
Now my brother had one of those lasers, and
but
he had it strobing at one time, like it was beaming.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. Society is no longer the same. I'm just going to put it that way. Leave it at that. I'm not going to get into politics. I'm not going to get into stuff. We're just going to leave it at that. Society is not the same.
No.
People are not the same anymore.
It's hard to come across trustworthy people that you can engage with and be around. A lot of people tend to be sneaky, deceitful, thievery.
But if you only have a rifle, I think you should trade that for a handgun. Because it's better to have something on you than to have to leave it at home.
See, I had an AR style AK-47. It had the banana clip and it shot the 7.62 rounds. One problem I had with that gun was parts were so fucking hard to find. I couldn't find clips at any store, any retail store. I could not find clips. I had to go online, and then I had to pay for shipping and handling and all this other bullshit. And I didn't like that. That was he could just go down the road to the local fucking store, the local Fleet Farm, and he could pick up he's got like 30 different choices on magazines, colors, fucking clear ones, covered ones, this one, fucking green ones, blue one, whatever you wanted. He had all these fucking options. But he had a 5.56 rifle, and I had a 7.62 rifle. How many times has your life been in danger from another person?
Let me think. Just, not even a month ago?
Yeah.
We had a group of kids acting tough.
Yeah, a bunch
they were all 18.
Yeah, a bunch of little 18-year-old kids. See, I'm 31 right now, and all these little 17-year-old, between like 17 and 19-year-old kids, there's probably like 16 of these kids playing basketball. Well, somebody was trying to fuck with my daughter's bike, and they were taking her bike from her and riding it around, and my daughter's, 9 years old, comes up and says, give me my bike back before I go get my dad. Well, me and my son here, we're training. We have our bulletproof vests on. We got, we're training with our rifles. Well, she comes home, tells us this. We drop our rifles, go and engage with these kids, and, just trying to get them to understand, don't fuck with little kids, dude. You guys are grown-ass kids. Don't mess with little 9-year-olds, dude. That's real immature. We didn't have no guns on us. Yeah, we did have our pepper spray on us. We did have our batons with us. So in case they did get acting out, somebody was getting sprayed.
Kids acting tough.
Yeah, that's what it was. Just a bunch of teenage kids acting tough, and they thought, just because it was me and him, they could try and take us on. Well, if that was the case, people were going to get pepper sprayed.
Only people.
People were going to get tased, so on and so forth. So they ended up leaving the scenario and whatnot.
They think they are gangbangers.
They kind of backed off when I told them, unless you guys want to get sprayed in the face with fucking bear mace and shit, I suggest you back the fuck up, because it's not going to be pleasant. And if you don't have no fucking source of water nearby or no milk nearby, you're going to be in a hell of a lot of pain. So as soon as that came up, they kind of backed up, kicking things, throwing things, fucking whatever they did, they threw a little tantrum and threw a fit, we just went back home. So, and that was the end of that.
Police were called for our safety.
Neighbors had seen, the interaction happen and called the police for our safety, because they thought, this interaction was going to spell out to a fight. And police showed up, nothing happened. You guys are all cool. You guys are, we'll talk to those teenage kids, tell them they can't be like that around here. They're not going to be around here pretty much. And that was it.
Again, there were no guns involved. I don't know. Did we specify that, or?
Yeah, no, we're not trying to start a fight with little kids and everything. I'm a grown ass adult.
It's called self-defense.
We're training to be bounty hunters, and one thing I'm not gonna do is sabotage my job and shit for beating up a 18-year-old little kid, or say he's 17. That's child abuse. That's a prison sentence. Just because he's 17, now I'm 31. So I mean, that's why we cops told us we were cool. If we pepper sprayed them and tased them, that's
in our self-defense.
That's we were all cleared for that. So they ended up.
How many times?
Well, I've had a handful of times.
To require a gun?
Yeah. A handful.
Handful. I wish I had one.
Yeah, I've probably had quite a handful of times where I've had interactions that could have required a gun, and
would have probably saved my ass.
Yeah, I've had interactions.
Not drawing or shooting.
I've had
interactions. Just having it on
I have had interactions where I have drawn a gun on people, in fear of my life, and I have fired upon them, because my life was being threatened. And I'll guarantee you, if it's gonna be me or you, it sure as fuck ain't gonna be me. So when situations like that occur, and I feel like my life is threatened, and I feel like you may kill me, I'm gonna draw my gun on you, and I'm gonna put a couple in your chest, and if that doesn't stop you and make you reconsider, I'll put a couple more in you, and I'm sure you'll reconsider then. So guns are good in the self-defense aspect. If you're just looking
bad
for
in
a
the
gun,
wrong hands,
to just defend yourself and protect. Don't get a gun and be one of those guys like, oh, I pray to God somebody fucks with me today so I can fucking shoot them. Don't do that. I don't wish to ever shoot somebody and hurt somebody with my gun. I pray to God that situation never transpires, and hope to God it never happens. But in the event that it does happen,
I'm prepared.
I like to know that I'm trained and I know how to handle myself in that situation, where my life is going to be okay, and I'm going to be able to protect myself because of my kids and my wife and everything. I gotta live for them and everything. So I can't fuck around and not know what I'm doing and end up shooting myself or somebody else shooting
Getting
me.
a charge.
Because the goal is not to kill somebody. You don't want to kill somebody. You want to stop them. You want to prevent them from doing bodily harm on you. You're not trying to. You're not trying to kill people,
my guy. There's no RPG. That'd be cool. That would be cool, though.
Yeah, that would be cool. No, in the future we are getting we are gonna get a nice shotgun for beanbag rounds, and I just seen that they came out with these taser rounds. It's a shotgun shell that has a taser attached to it, so when it shoots out, the casing breaks off, and it hits you right with these prongs, and it fucking delivers a fucking jolt to you that drops you.
You can't shoot below the waist, or you'll get a.
Yeah, if you shoot below the waist, you'll get charged with assault with a deadly weapon in our state. So if, say, an intruder comes in my house and they're armed with a weapon, and I see that they're armed with a weapon,
and they are life-threatening,
and they are life-threatening, then I can take my firearm and I can put, center mass in the chest, The goal is to hit them, lung area, You don't want to hit them in the heart. You want to stop them from proceeding into your house and doing whatever the fuck they wanted to do, God only knows what they're trying to do,
Alright, so our police, okay, let me get this, okay, let me talk for a minute.
Yeah.
Police, okay, so everybody goes on the dispute, why can't police shoot somebody in the leg, or shoot somebody in the arm, or shoot somebody in the gun? That's because that's not how they're trained. It is very hard to shoot somebody moving in the leg, I'll tell you that right now.
It's a small target.
Center mass. They're not trained to shoot in the head. They're not trained to shoot in the arms. They're not trained to shoot in the leg.
From here up.
From the torso. There you go.
Just
the
this
torso.
area. They're trained to shoot you right here. And that's the spot that's the biggest. Your head is small.
And that's how we're trained.
Your upper body. It's hard to move your upper body. You can juke your head and maybe miss a bullet, but you try to do that with your chest, you're still going to get caught in the shoulder. Or you're still going to get caught here, no matter if you move. So that's why they train to fucking hit you here.
Let's see what we got here. That's because they're trained to put the subject down until they are down, until they cannot get back up. That's
why you see all the cops doing fucked up shit where they unload an entire clip into a person.
That's how they're trained, and
that's how they're trained.
Some of those cops shouldn't be doing that stuff.
I mean, but you could have the same effect with just one round in your chest. I mean, one round in my chest, I'm probably gonna stop. There's no need to put another 12 rounds in me.
So I like how you brought that up. Usually there's not 20 cops.
Yeah, usually it's like one, maybe two, maybe 4.
20 cops are not going to be in a situation that unravels when it's one guy, okay?
That's like a bank robbery or something like that, and there's people being killed, and at that point, they're going to get sharpshooters and they're going to hit you in the head. I mean, they'll get SWAT involved and all that shit, and they'll be aiming for your head then, so...
California, it's 20 cops. Jeez, man.
Maybe in California.
All right. Maybe they should be trained to shoot in the legs then. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's crazy. Yes.
Yeah, that is true.
Yes.
Yeah, if it's gonna be between me or you, it's sure as fuck not gonna be me.
Definitely you.
Yeah. That's why we go to the gun range often. We train. We get used to, shooting our guns. We shoot, one-handed. We shoot with the opposite hand. Say we get shot in our arm, you're not going to be able to shoot, with a bullet in your arm, so you're going to end up shooting with your opposite hand. So we do train and all of that type of stuff. We do have fake guns, training guns, and we train with those, person to person and everything.
Hours, so. But yeah, overall, very nice handguns. I couldn't be more happy with that.
Yeah, no, I couldn't be more happier with mine either. I did trade my rifle for this handgun.
Same.
I had a 7.62 by 3.9. It was an AR style AK-47. It was a really nice gun. It had a binary trigger. That means when I pulled the trigger back, it would shoot a round. When I let go of the trigger, it would shoot a second round. So it was like bang, bang, bang. You know, it was kind of like a little burst to it. You can't have a 3-round burst gun. That's technically illegal. So it was a 2-round burst. Yeah, for a civilian purpose, you could not own
3-round burst.
3-round burst.
Trigger, it's one on press, one on release.
Yeah, it's one on press and one on release. So that's not illegal. You know, that's just you know, the way that works and everything.
Because I'm not gonna carry it. What?
I am not going to carry a baseball bat around with me.
Subdue your victim. You're kind of being weird now. They're not a victim, it's a subject.
It's a subject, not a victim. Yeah, playing video games and shooting a gun in real life are a world of difference. World of difference. You know, in Call of Duty, you can sit there and not even look in a scope and your bullet goes straight. No, that's not how it works when you shoot a rifle. You gotta factor in bullet drop. You gotta factor in, you know, the wind moving, and if it's raining, if it's snowing, snow is gonna hit that bullet as it's traveling. Rain's gonna hit that bullet as it travels, and it's gonna go down further. So you gotta factor in a lot of things when shooting in real life versus shooting in a video game. Shooting in a video game
how
is...
you put that so funny. It's whipping on Call of Duty. I'm trained.
Yeah, I don't think that qualifies as training, but I mean, it's good effort. It's good effort.
A for effort.
You know, you do get to. I mean, I guess you get to understand how guns work if you play fucking.
These guys, man.
do the bear hunting ones.
Yeah.
Be like, I'm good now.
No, hey, seriously, have you guys ever played those on PS2, like the Cabela's, Big Game Hunter, and shit like that? Those are always fun. I always thought those were awesome.
I was playing this one game on the PS4 that it's called The Hunt or something.
Subject or victim, it is debatable in a court of law. In Wisconsin, yeah, we're just gonna stop there.
Not necessarily.
I'm not even,
snow and rain will affect any type of bullet that you shoot. It's not just sniper stuff. It's even handgun bullets will be affected by rain and snow and all that shit. I mean, it's any gun you shoot, you know. Yeah, overall though, I really like this gun. I'm not upset with it at all. Yeah, no, not at close range. Yeah, no, nothing's gonna affect that. That bullet's gonna go right into that person, that's for sure.
You're giving us stuff to talk about, so keep it coming. Keep it related to what the video's related to.
Yeah, I definitely want to get a different attachment for this. Yeah. I don't want to run this.
I definitely want to get a light bearing holster.
Yeah. Yeah, the laser light that goes in his gun goes for about $300.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Just for the laser sight attachment, and that's just a laser pointer put inside your gun. $300 fucking dollars. I mean, so certain shit is expensive.
That's all it is, guy rod.
Certain shit is expensive when you get into handguns and weapons and all that shit. I mean, but you know, clips, magazines are super cheap. You know. Those are affordable. This I don't think costed much, you know. I could put this in here and that looks pretty fucking hideous.
Yeah, it does.
That looks horrible compared to, you know, this is my normal standard magazine. You know, that looks a lot normal, you know. Versus having this shoved in there. I thought it was just hilarious seeing this thing. I got a good laugh when I put this in the gun and I was shooting it at the range. I had people looking at me like I was fucking retarded. like it was a big ass thing. But hey, it didn't jam, so I mean that's a bonus. I was able to shoot 30 rounds out of it without it jamming at all. And then I put two 15-round clips through it, you know, pretty fast, and it never jammed up or, you know, had any problems with shells getting stuck or not feeding through or anything like that, so. Yeah, that's why you got to be respectful and responsible with your weapon. Don't buy a weapon and be one of those people that are like, I pray to God somebody just pisses me off or tries to fuck with me and I can shoot them. You're going to go to prison. You're going to end up in prison doing that shit.
No. Yeah, no, I don't urge to shoot people.
Yeah, no, but that's the last thing I ever want to do. You know, if I can, I'll pepper spray you. I'll hit you with the taser gun. I got a baton that, you know, I can whip out and crack you in the legs with.
I never missed this. That's a good one.
It's like fucking I put a bipod on my knife.
What was the point of that?
It's from Battlefield.
I know what it was from, but what is the point of it?
It was just something stupid that the guy's like, you know, because you level everything up to like level 100 and you get the bipod, and so you get the fucking level 100 with the knife, you get the bipod knife. Like it's goofy.
But yeah, so MMP and Glock, basically, let's see your magazine. You can basically find parts everywhere. Fleet Farm, holsters at Walmart.
Another thing that I like too is
Walmart's.
This magazine, as you look, it gets narrow up here, so it's just a single round. The Steyr that I had, the Steyr M9A1, which was a 9mm, that had like a two round thing here, and it had a wider opening right here, and that thing was a pain in the ass to reload bullets and everything into it. A lot of speed loaders would not work with that clip because it was, you know, you had to put it in like this. A bullet goes in and then another bullet sits on top of it like that. Whereas this magazine, it's just a single bullet that sits on top. So you don't have, you know, and it feeds really nicely that way. I did have, didn't I jam with the Steyr too?
Yeah.
Yeah. The Steyr did jam on me when I shot fast, and after I put a couple clips in it, the barrel would get hot, and I noticed that it had trouble, you know, getting the round out quick enough before the other round came in.
Today, and we put a lot of rounds through them.
Yeah, neither one of these jams today, and I put about 100 rounds through mine today, you know, at the range, and I didn't have no jamming issues. I didn't have any problems with it whatsoever. You know, me and my wife shot it. You know, he shot it. You know, it was overall, you know, a really nice gun and whatnot. So I was pretty happy with the purchase and everything. You know, but yeah, it's a nice gun.
But that probably about wraps it up for tonight.
Yeah, I don't have much else to say about this.
Other than good stuff.
Yeah, definitely a good $600 gun, you know. Definitely a good $500 gun, you know. Get a Glock or get a Smith & Wesson. Definitely save up. Definitely, and be responsible. Be safe with your guns. Don't, you know, we're doing this with completely unloaded guns, you know. Yeah, my wife, you know, I make sure even my daughters know how to shoot my gun, you know. I make sure that I train them all correctly so that say if I'm not home and an intruder comes into the house, my daughters, you know, would be able to grab the weapon, or my wife could grab the weapon and be able to defend our house.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, just fucking put a round right into the fucking camera. No, but yeah, our guns are, you know, they're completely unloaded.
How many views would you get us?
You know, I do want to take, and my wife says I'm stupid and crazy, but I do want to take my bulletproof vest and have my kid take the .40 caliber at close range and put one in the chest. and I just want to see how it feels. So that may be something we do on a fucking video. I wouldn't be surprised. But we do have fucking vests. Well, I'm not gonna pick that motherfucker's heavy, but we do have bulletproof vests and everything that we wear. So I do want to see what that's gonna be like. Yeah, you definitely want to keep it in your pants because I'm sure she'd shoot it off.
That's funny.
But yeah, my wife is comfortable with this gun. She wants to get one of those little teal. It's a two-tone. It's teal and silver. Wow. You know, handguns. She wants to get something like that.
You're gonna get shot on cam. I saw him. Yes.
Yeah. We are gonna do that.
Maybe one day.
I'm gonna order an extra plate here, and we're gonna go out and fucking just take in. He's gonna take.
Clip and Springfield.
Glock nice.
I love Glock 19s.
Nice.
I want to get a 30 round mag. How does it look?
Yeah, I got a 30 round mag, and I mean it looks.
Eh.
It looks fucking horrible.
Eh.
But that's with the 30 round clip in there. And yeah, it is in there. It's not, it's not like it's not supposed to be there. That motherfucker's in there. But yeah, this is, that's a big, massive clip. This is my 15 round.
Moly.
Yeah.
I forgot the holy.
But yeah, I do plan on doing that someday. We're gonna.
That's funny.
We're going to take and put on the vest, and he's going to hit me with the 9mm, and then hit me with the 40 cal.
I don't even know if that's legal.
The vest is rated to stop a fucking 7.62 by 3.9 round,
Can somebody look up laws on that?
So, I feel pretty safe, getting shot with a handgun by it, If it can stop an AK round, and take multiple shots from an AK-47, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be okay. I may get the wind knocked out of me. It may fucking hurt. I don't know, but I'm sure we're gonna find that out. So, but that'll be interesting.
I like how we're already deciding this.
I told you I was pretty.
Gonna look up some laws for us.
I was pretty kind of set on that.
Yeah, I don't know. Good thing you offered because I wasn't getting shot.
Alright, people. Y'all take it easy.
Have a good night.
Be safe. Be responsible. To be able to regret it. Well, we're going to find out.
If you don't, you're not going to be able to regret it. We'll see what happens. Stay tuned.
Take it easy, people. Be safe. Be responsible. Don't be stupid with your guns.
Robocop. Hey, that's a good question.
Yeah, this ain't gonna be a plastic pellet gun.
No.
This is gonna be
hey, you know what? I actually
round.
got my nose tore up by one. I was wearing a mask. I had my buddy shoot.
I don't think I'm gonna get shot with a hollow point. That's probably not gonna happen.
I went through my mask and hit my nose.
I'll probably get probably something a little bit safer to get shot by. I probably won't get no armor piercing round. No, hell no. I'm not gonna get fucking a hole blasted through my back or nothing. No, that's not how we're gonna do this. But we will do it responsibly, and
we're definitely gonna look up our local laws here.
Yeah, see if we can pull this one off. But yeah, if you guys get guns, please be safe. Please be responsible. Please don't be stupid with it and fucking around and shoot your fucking ceiling and kill your fucking neighbor's cat or something, Yeah,
don't kill the cat.
Be safe. Alright, people, y'all take it easy, alright?
See you guys later. Well,